So welcome back to the round 2 of Face of Delola's model search. This is the decision round.
Look so good, I can blow your mind. Look, 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 look so good, I can blow your mind. Look, 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 look so good.
So from this round, we will be going from 8 models down to 3. The 3 final models will be doing a photo shoot using the big 3 gowns that Delola Couture and designer Dee Vickery have created, and they're pretty amazing gowns. We have yet to photograph them in any type of form off of the runway, so this will be their first editorial shoot, and we're very excited, as I am assuming the 3 models are also just as excited to see who they are. First off, I did want to say that this has been an extremely difficult round for me to go from. I kind of feel like Adam off of The Voice. Yes, I have watched The Voice. I know that's probably a little lame, but anyway, I feel a little like him because it sucks to pick people. You know, when you have people you like, it sucks to pick them. But this is a contest and we will be going down to 1 person, so ultimately everyone but 1 will be cut. For this round, we had 8 models at the Botanic Gardens in downtown Denver, Colorado. And the shoot was phenomenal, the pictures were great, and we have some exciting news to release as a result of this. However, I did want to say that every one of these models did an amazing job, and I couldn't go wrong by just picking one randomly. But that's not what I did, so don't worry, I didn't pick it randomly. Facebook voting was amazing again. We had over 100,000 views from Facebook, and that's 100,000 people that saw these models. So these models have been getting an extreme amount of exposure, and that is really one of the purposes of doing this, in addition to exposing the Delola Couture bridal line. So as a recap of what the Face of Delola actually receives, they get a paid contract with Delola Couture to be the official face of our brand. That includes money for winning the contest, paid runway exposure, paid print ad exposure, and really just being the face of a growing brand here in Denver. One of the exciting things we recently heard is that we'll be showing in October's Bridal Couture Week in New York City. What does this mean for the winning model? Well, that means exposure from New York straight to their face, because they are going to be the representative face and persona for Delola Couture. It's really important for us as a brand, but it's also going to be great exposure for the model, and we're really excited for it. So, you know, I've spent a lot of time looking at these models over and over and over and over again. I feel like I'm best friends with them. They probably have no idea who I am, which is fine. But, you know, I have their pictures here, and I'm looking at them again, and I'm looking at their pictures, and we have 8 models that really did a phenomenal job, and I'm able to use their pictures completely without hesitation for any of my advertising campaign from this Botanic Garden shoot. That's really exciting. Studio, a collective of stylists, did an excellent job with the hair and makeup, and Image 191, of course, did an amazing job with the photography. So I'm super excited, and a little bit sad to think that 5 of these girls won't be coming back, but I do anticipate seeing them again through some of our runway work, possibly some of our photography work and print ad work. I can't go wrong with using any of them, so I will be using them again. They're used around Denver already, and it's because they are very good models. So I'm gonna just go out and just pick the first person that's been saved. And I'm gonna do it this way, not to go and say anything bad about the other models, because there really is nothing bad to say, but I'm just gonna go and pick models based off of who's saved. I like that. Yeah, sounds good. So my first one here, she's worked with us before. Not exactly the most affluent Facebook model, doesn't necessarily push herself the most on Facebook, but does an excellent job when you ask her to do the work. She's great on the runway. She's looked good in every photo shoot we've taken with her, and she just really is probably one of the most experienced models that we have. And for that, Aspen is going to be our number 1. You know, not necessarily number 1 out of the top 3. I'm not going in any order like that, but the number 1 person that I'm going to go ahead and save is Aspen for this one. So Aspen, you are saved. So I know you guys haven't seen this yet until you watch it, and don't know this until you watch this video, so I hope that that is a pleasing thing for you. So that leaves 7 girls, 2 to go. And, you know, we had kind of our favorites after the last model shoot, the prom shoot, and after that, with the Botanic shoot, we really had to kind of rethink as to which girls really represent the Lola Couture and look like brides. Somebody that really portrays what a bride would want to look like on her wedding day in a Lola Couture gown. And this next one really exemplified that through pictures for us. I don't want to say surprised me, but her pictures were very consistently good from all angles. Did a very good job of showing off the front of the dress, the back of the dress, and you know, really looked like a bride. And it's something that when I picture her in other dresses in my mind, it's something that I could see her wearing a number of the Lola Couture gowns and making girls feel like they would want to be a Lola Couture bride. So for that, we get Susie. So Susie, congratulations, you are saved and you will be wearing one of the big 3 gowns at the Teller House up in Central City. So our next photo shoot is going to be at the Teller House, which is next door to the Opera House up in Central City. When it was built in the 1800s, it actually was one of the most prestigious hotels in America and the most prestigious hotel in Colorado. We're really excited they're opening the doors for us just to do this photo shoot, and I couldn't be happier, and I think the big 3 gowns on an editorial shoot are going to look phenomenal up there. But I guess I probably should get back to this because you guys are probably all wondering who is this. So, you know, we were doing some stuff here, and I didn't exactly do this last time to pick my last one. I'm not doing that this time, but it would be kind of an ironic way to pick a girl, don't you think? But, you know, when we look at bridal and we look at the Lola Couture, which represents almost strictly bridal, we look at girls that really have that feel to what we ask to be photographed as. For this shoot, we asked for kind of a fragile bride, a bride that just had a little fragility, you know, not super overly strong, not meek, but just fragile. Somebody that carried that vintage look with them and just softness to them, beauty to them. And you know, it was a tough decision. It was extremely tough. I've been mulling this over. I had bad dreams about it, to be honest with you, but I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. So we chose Chloe as our number 3. So congratulations, Chloe. And one of the cool things about Chloe is that you couldn't ask for a nicer girl to be picked for the final 3. Extremely intelligent, and just does an amazing job of really supporting the other models. And I think if you were to ask her, she wouldn't be the top 3, just because that's who she is. She really thinks these other models are amazing. But when we did her pictures and we looked at her pictures, she just spot on nailed what it looked like. Everybody I've asked loved her pictures, and you know, you can't go wrong with that. So our top 3 are Aspen, Susie, Chloe. But I do have one more thing to add to this. So not only will we be going to Bridal Couture Week in October, we also have one more announcement to make for this. So while I can't add a 4th girl, and I've explained this to the models, they all know that we only have 3 big gowns to photograph, I do have something special. We did have the opportunity to be in British Vogue, and that'll be coming out at the beginning of June for their July issue. And yes, British Vogue, if you can believe that, Denver, Colorado, bridal designer in British Vogue. And we're extremely excited. And we actually used one of the photographs from this shoot. So that means one of these models is going to be in British Vogue. And that, my friends, is Allie. This picture right here, and you can probably see it, it got the most votes on Facebook. And that's one of the reasons Facebook voting is so important on this, because it really helps us determine where people are liking stuff. Not just the popularity contest, but which poses, which dresses, which models that the populace is liking. And for that reason, and also that British Vogue helped choose the picture, this picture will be going in the British Vogue in the July issue. And we couldn't be more excited to have this picture. It's a beautiful picture. Allie did an amazing job in this picture. And I just want to say thank you, Allie. I hope that this is some sort of consultation for not being one of the top 3, but boy, being in British Vogue, I think one of the other 3 would have swapped you seats if they could have. So I hope that helps answer the questions as to who will be moving on to round 3, and we're very excited. Like I said, this is going to be the final photo shoot for the Face of Delolo to determine the winner. Editorial shoot, big 3 gowns. These gowns have been seen all over. The Facebook exposure for them have been phenomenal already, so I can only imagine what's going to happen when we have the team of people, photographer, makeup, and models that we've had already do for the bridal shoot, what they can do with these big 3 gowns. So I look forward to it. Stay tuned. Come see us at our next round 3 Face of Delolo model search at the Teller House in Central City, Colorado. Thank you.
Look so good, I can blow your mind. Look.